Hello?
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. This is the show where we break down complex sources and hand you the essential blueprint.
And today, we're doing something a bit different, looking at the learning process itself, how foundational knowledge is built really fast.
Right. We're not wading through, dense academic papers this time.
No, exactly. Our source is actually surprisingly simple on the surface. It's a foundational English learning guide. It's called English with Smiles.
Yeah, but hold on. We're not actually here to teach you English grammar or anything. That's not the point.
Definitely not. The mission here is much bigger.
Yeah.
We're looking at this guide because its structure is, well, it's almost a perfect template for getting up to speed in any new area.
Okay, so if you, the listener, are maybe starting a new job or trying to learn, I don't know, coding or anything complex.
Right, this structure shows you the absolute first steps, how to build that core competence quickly.
And the guide itself, it's structured around 6 key areas covered really quickly. Greetings first.
Yep. The numbers, days of the week, common objects, food and drinks, and finally, daily activities.
It's that sequence, that progression that we think is so revealing.
It really is. The order matters.
Okay, let's unpack this. So, part 1, greetings. Why start there? I mean, if you're learning a language, isn't vocabulary or grammar more fundamental?
Well, you'd think so, maybe. But foundational learning, especially for practical skills, needs to hit immediate needs first.
Yeah.
And the most immediate need in any new environment, it's social connection.
Social survival, almost.
Exactly. If you can't even say hello properly, you've kind of failed the first test, right? It's discouraging. People give up.
Okay, so the guide dives straight into that social toolkit. We're talking hello, hi,
And the time-based ones. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
and good night for leaving. The absolute basics.
But look how quickly it gets validating. It goes right from hello to identity. What is your name?
My name is? Yeah, okay.
It's not just words. You're establishing yourself. You exist in this new space.
And then right after that, how are you?
With those simple, safe answers. I am fine, thank you. Or I am good.
So it's a complete little interaction. You can learn it in minutes and actually use it.
Precisely. And that success, that feeling of, okay, I did that, it makes everything else feel less daunting. You've handled the human part first.
Right. It lowers the stress level. If we think about, say, starting a new job.
Yeah.
It's like learning your team's names and how to say good morning before you even try to understand the complex software you'll be using.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
You build rapport first. It validates your presence. The guide's name, with smiles, isn't just fluff. That friendly, successful first contact is baked into the learning structure.
Okay, so social connection is locked in. Then, interestingly, it jumps to numbers and time. Abstract stuff. Why not, chair or table next?
Yeah, that's a great question. It seems counterintuitive, maybe. But think of it like building a computer. You need the operating system before you install the apps.
Ah, okay. Numbers and time are the operating system, the organizing principles.
Exactly. You need a way to structure information before you start piling it on.
Yeah.
So numbers come first, 1 to 10, then up to 20 pretty quickly.
Basic counting. Got it.
But critically, look how they teach it. It's not just memorizing 1, 2, 3.
Right. The source immediately gives examples like 2 apples, 3 books, 5 pens.
Yes. It connects the abstract number to a concrete thing straight away. It's not just 2, it's 2 of something.
That makes the abstract concept tangible. You can visualize it.
It's scaffolding.
Yeah.
Pure and simple. You learn the organizing tool, the number, by applying it to something real. In any field, you need those frameworks, categories, scales, timelines, before the specific jargon makes sense.
Which leads directly into the next framework, time. Days of the week, Monday through Sunday.
The complete cycle you need for basic planning, for scheduling, for just knowing where you are in the week.
And again, it's not just listing the days. The guide includes how to use them. What day is it today?
And how to answer. It is Monday, or, it is Friday.
Yeah.
Instant practical application.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for me. That move from abstract numbers to the concrete structure of the week, it feels like we're building layers. First, how do I talk? Then, how do I count? Now when am I?
You've got it. It builds this sense of order and control for the learner. You've handled interaction, quantity, and now time. You've got the basic coordinates.
So now the learner is ready to map the physical world.
Now they are. They have the context. We've done the who, the how many, the when. Now it's time for the what and the where.
Which brings us to part 3, common objects. naming the things around you.
And look at the specific objects chosen. Pen, book, phone, chair, table.
Bag, door, window, laptop, bottle. Yeah, they're very functional. Things you'd find in almost any basic room, office, or classroom.
Exactly. It's pure utility. Forget obscure words. What do you need to point at or ask for right now? These 10 items cover a lot of ground.
And then they immediately add basic location words, just this and that.
This is a pen. If it's close, that is a pen. If it's further away. Super simple, but incredibly functional spatial awareness.
It's very lean, just the essentials to get by. No complex prepositions yet.
Why overload?
Yeah.
Master near and far first. Everything else builds on that. It's about minimum effective dose for learning.
Okay, workspace mapped. What's next? Basic needs, food and drink.
Logical step. Apple, banana, rice, bread, egg.
Water, tea, coffee, juice, milk. Again, very common, basic items.
But here's the crucial link again. They don't just list them as nouns.
Right. They pair them instantly with verbs, eat and drink.
I eat an apple. I drink water. The knowledge becomes immediately actionable. It meets a fundamental need.
And then another layer preference. I like tea. I like bananas.
Yes, this makes it personal. It's not just about identifying apple. It's about your relationship to the apple. Do you eat it? Do you like it?
That makes it stickier, I bet, more relevant to the learner.
Absolutely. And that personalization leads right into scenario practice. The guide uses a little mock cafe order.
Oh yeah, like, I want rice and chicken, please, or I want a cup of tea.
Think about what that simple request pulls together. Politeness from part 1, please.
Recognizing the food items from this part.
Right.
And using a functional verb like want or like.
It's a mini synthesis, putting the building blocks together for a real task.
And that's incredibly satisfying for a learner. You see immediately how the pieces fit. That tangible result, that's what keeps people going.
Okay, so that leads us to the final piece of this foundational puzzle, sequencing the day.
Yeah, this is where it all comes together. All the previous bits, the time words, the objects, the verbs, the preferences, they get woven into a narrative, a daily story.
This is moving from single sentences to like a paragraph.
Yeah.
A sequence.
Exactly. It introduces those core routine verbs, the things you do every day.
Let's list them. I wake up, I brush my teeth, I take a shower.
I eat breakfast or have lunch. I go to work, or in this context, maybe I study English.
I come home, I watch TV, I sleep. The basic arc of a day. Notice how foundational those verbs are. They're the scaffolding of daily life. If you're learning, say, a new software system, the equivalent might be the 10 core actions you do every day. Log in, check the dashboard, run the report, close out.
Mastering the routine makes sense.
And the guide explicitly teaches linking them. It gives a model. I wake up at 7 o'clock, I brush my teeth and take a shower, then I go to work.
So you're using time words, 7 o'clock then, to connect the action verbs.
They're constructing your reality within the new system. You're not just recalling words. You're telling your story using the tools you've learned, using time to anchor actions related to your needs and environment. It's the payoff.
Wow. Okay, so recapping this deep dive, we saw 6 layers in this learning blueprint. Started with social connection.
Greetings, names, essential rapport.
Then the organizing frameworks, numbers and time.
Counting, days of the week. Structure.
Then mapping the immediate world, common objects, and basic location.
Pen, chair, this, that.
Then addressing needs, food, drink, and the verbs to use them.
Eat, drink, like, want. Making it actionable.
And finally, pulling it all together into a daily narrative sequence.
The routine, the story, synthesis.
It seems like such a clearer path to feeling competent quickly.
So what does this all mean? Well, it means if you're tackling something complex, structure your initial learning like this. Don't just dive into jargon.
Start with the social side. Who are the key people? How do I interact?
Yes. Then nail the core organizing principles, how things are counted, dated, categorized in this new world.
Then identify the absolute essential tools or objects, your pen, book, chair.
And then connect it all into the basic daily or weekly workflow, your narrative.
Most people probably skip those first couple of framework steps, right? Jump straight to the nouns and verbs.
Often, yeah. And they struggle because they lack the context, the structure, and maybe that initial social confidence.
There's one last thing the source material really stresses at the end.
Yeah. The motivational piece. It says, small steps every day lead to big progress.
And keep learning English and keep smiling.
That keep smiling part. It loops right back to the beginning, doesn't it? The positive emotional context.
It suggests the feeling, the confidence, the friendliness that Early success is just as important as the information itself. Learning isn't just facts, it's feelings too.
Absolutely. The cognitive structure needs emotional support to stick.
So let's leave our listeners with this thought. If you were thrown into a completely new environment tomorrow, a new job, a complex hobby, could you map out those first steps like this?
Could you identify the key greetings, the core counting or timing system, the 10 essential objects, and the 10 core daily actions? Could you build that day-in-the-life narrative of competence from day one?
Because if you can architect your learning that way,
Mastery feels, well, almost inevitable.
definitely something to think about. Thank you for joining us on the deep dive.
See you next time.